We've previously talked about Money in the Bank moments in WWE Games on this channel, but there's something that we've never talked about regarding Money in the Bank in WWE Games, which is Money in the Bank cash-in fails. This is because it's so rare for a cash-in to go wrong in WWE Games that there was just not enough moments to even try and get a video out of it. But since the original video, there's been a few fails to add to the list, making it finally possible to actually do this video. So with that being said, here's 4 Money in the Bank cash-in failures that happened in WWE Games. So the first cash-in failure will happen in SmackDown vs. Raw 2010's Road to WrestleMania mode when playing as Randy Orton. So Orton's just come off a huge win the previous night at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, defeating The Undertaker for the world title and injuring him in the process.
But he seems almost satisfied about what he did to Undertaker.
That's the kind of man Randy Orton is, King. No respect at all.
Orton will be seen bragging about his win.
The final legend in WWE, The Undertaker, has been killed. Randy Orton is a legend killer no more. Now, I am the legend.
And after the promo, you'll have a match against Rey Mysterio, who you'll beat in no time. As soon as the match is over, your celebration will be interrupted by Matt Hardy, who announces he's cashing in his Money in the Bank contract against Randy Orton right now.
Randy, I've had enough of you, your boasting, and your bragging. I would have done this last night, but out of respect for Undertaker, I didn't. But tonight, I'm cashing in my Money in the Bank briefcase, and I am taking home the World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh my gosh! Hardy's cashing in Money in the Bank!
You'll of course be at a slight disadvantage due to the previous match, but you're able to handle Matt Hardy's sneaky Money in the Bank cash-in and make him the first ever cash-in loser in WWE Games history, and also being the first to cash in and lose before it ever happened on WWE TV.
It was an incredible showing from Orton tonight.
He fought off not 1, but 2 of the best competitors in the WWE.
But what toll has it taken on the champion's condition? We'll see you next week. Good night, everybody.
Today's video is sponsored by Age of Origins, a tower defense strategy mobile game where you play as a commander of a newly established city in a ruined world, probably near Swindon. As a commander, you can use your assistants and troops to expand the city, develop research technology, and fend off waves of invasive zombies. But you're not alone. You can build diplomatic ties with commanders from other cities as you all try to create the most powerful city in this post-doomsday world. Along with the usual base building features that most SLG fans will be accustomed to, Age of Origins also allows players to try their hand at tower defense at the entrance to their city that sees you building defensive lines to fend off the hordes of zombies trying to take over your budding utopia. Unleash hell with weapons like the machine gun tower, the rocket turret, the EMP tower, and the laser tower. They all have their unique traits, and you need to work out the best combinations of formations to beat back the horde's advances. With the ability to interact with other players, the size of the world, the crises to solve, and all the invasions, plus the worldwide battles with players from other worlds, this game has it all. One of the officers that can help you in-game is Lucy. After treating her and curing her of the zombie plague, you can use her powers to control biochemical zombies, and the way you treat her will affect the power of these troops too. Commanders also have access to Titans like Genshin and Empress, each with unique skills to use on the battlefield. Use boosting items to get the most bang out of the tower defenses, or even use the giant cannon to blow holes in the horde's advances. And if you download now through the link in the description, you can get $60 worth of gifts using the exclusive gift code for new players. So go enjoy the battles, govern your city, defend your citizens, and blow up some zombies in Age of Origins. Next up is WWE 2K18's My Career mode. You win the Money in the Bank briefcase at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and you don't cash it straight away. You wait for the right moment, which ends up being a few months later at the Survivor Series pay-per-view. You're about to cash in your Money in the Bank on AJ Styles and finally get that WWE title. But Triple H, who's been doing everything to make sure your WWE career is miserable, will interrupt the cash-in and cause your character to officially be the second Money in the Bank cash-in loser in WWE Games history.
General manager now has a hold of the Money in the Bank briefcase. Appears to be summoning the referee. What? Hey, you don't think? Oh my gosh! But the match has started.
I don't get this, Byron. What is going on here?
I get it. Our general managers just helped our champion keep the title.
Now we fast forward to WWE 2K22 for the next and final two, which, yeah, that means that half of the cash-in fails happen in this game alone. So the first one happens in the male My Rise path. You'll get a message asking if you want to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which of course you accept. You'll have to first qualify for that spot though, which you go on to do so, and after qualifying, you'll win the briefcase in what's one of the hardest matches in a WWE game ever. And it wasn't even worth it.
Especially considering some of the men he had to outlast tonight to get it.
Now the real questions start. How and when will he decide to cash it in? I'm sure our Universal Champion Roman Reigns will be eager to find out.
If that match does occur, I can't wait to see it.
After winning the match, you'll be seen backstage talking about the Money in the Bank win, and you'll right then and there make the questionable yet honorable choice of deciding to tell Roman Reigns that you are cashing in the briefcase for a one-on-one match on SmackDown.
Since day one, I wanted a shot at Roman Reigns and his Universal Championship. And now that I have this, I can make that a reality. So Roman, I'm not going to hold on to this for a long time or try to cash in when you're not expecting it. I'm challenging you to face me in the ring on SmackDown for your Universal Championship. I'll be waiting for your answer.
You have the match with Roman, and it looks like you're on your way to winning. But shockingly, Kevin Owens will cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase that he won last year and will enter the match to make it a triple threat. Owens takes advantage of the fact that both you and Roman are already spent after a long match and gets the easy victory for the Universal title.
We can have a new Universal Champion.
Is that Kevin Owens music?
We haven't seen him in months.
He's got his Money in the Bank briefcase from last year's event.
Owens nails the current briefcase holder with his briefcase. What the heck is happening?
I think he's cashing in. We're going to have a triple threat match.
But two Money in the Bank briefcases? How is this legal?
Stunner.
1, 2, 3. Kevin Owens has shot the WWE Universe and stolen the Universal Championship.
He didn't steal anything. He just outsmarted everyone in the arena.
Well, it certainly looks like Roman Reigns feels like his championship was stolen.
Yeah, and the challenger probably feels the same way. He had hit his finisher on Reigns and was moments away from becoming champion himself.
None of that matters now. What's important is we have a new Universal Champion, and that man's name is Kevin Owens.
And in the women's My Rise path, things will start similarly with you qualifying for the ladder match and then winning the briefcase. But in this storyline, you'll be seen the next night on Raw cutting a promo about the briefcase and the champ until the Raw's women champion, Naomi, interrupts you. After a back and forth, you'll then be given the option to cash in the right way or be a sneaky little snake and cash in after Naomi has had a match and get what you think will be an easy world title win. So of course, us sneaky snakes pick the sneaky option, but it all goes terribly wrong. Whilst cashing in, Charlotte Flair will interrupt the match and takes your character out.
At this rate, I'm not sure anyone could stop her momentum.
You hear about athletes being in the zone, and it's as if she's in the zone permanently.
Oh, look out! It's the Money in the Bank briefcase holder. She's cashing in.
Here we go. We're going to have an impromptu Raw Women's Championship match.
And Naomi's out of it.
Wait, is that Charlotte? What's she doing here?
She interrupted the cash-in. Now what?
It looks like Naomi's going to hold on to her championship.
Yeah, for tonight at least, because now she has to deal with Charlotte too.
After the scene ends, you'll be in GM Mandy Rose's office, who confirms that your cash-in was legitimate and that your cash-in was a failure.
Well, whether or not you're worried, I just got off the phone with WWE management and they've weighed in. Your attempt to use the briefcase on Raw was an official cash-in, despite what Charlotte did. So as a result, you no longer have the briefcase.
What? Are you serious? That's unfair, biased, and unacceptable. There's gonna be consequences for this, starting with me tearing Charlotte apart.
So that was the 4 times a Money in the Bank cash-in failed in WWE Games. If you did enjoy this video, then I bet you'll like the video you've just seen pop up on your screen right now. So watch that one next. Thanks everyone for watching. See you on the next video.